Hi, first graders. Hi, families. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday. Today, we are going to talk a little bit more about our story that we read earlier, Flower Power. And we are going to be talking about the problems in the story and the solution. So, what problems did Jade, our character, face? And how did she solve the problem? If we can identify, if we can find these parts of a story, then we will be able to better understand the author's main points or their message. Okay? It's really important to be able to identify these. And it shouldn't be too tricky either. We know what a problem is. It's when things are not going well, when they're not going right. So finding the problem and the solution should be easy. Let's take a look at our objective. It says we can write about the problem and the solution of a story using a sentence frame. Okay, so we already said a problem, una problema, is something that is not going well. The solution is how the character responds. What do they do because of the problem? And then we're going to use a sentence frame. A sentence frame is just a sentence starter, okay? So let's take a look. To warm up our brains a little bit, we're going to complete a problem and solution chart. So let me just make this a little smaller so we can see. All right, so here's our chart. Problem on one side. You can tell the person is kind of thinking, something's going wrong. And then this side says responses to the problem. What does the character do? Okay, when you have a problem, you have a response too. Let's talk about some problems that we might have. Yellow notes here are our problems, and the blue notes are our solutions. So we're going to try to match them together on this chart. So let's take a look at this first problem. It says, my pencil breaks in class. Okay, that's not something that's a horrible problem, but it is something that we need to fix. Okay, so if my pencil breaks in class, what would I do? What's my response? Let me think about it. When my pencil breaks in class, I usually would ask my teacher to sharpen it or to get a new pencil. Let me see if I can find that. I squish? No. I ask my teacher to sharpen. There we go. I asked my teacher to sharpen it. Let me put that in a sentence. When, let me just fix this really quick. There we go. When my pencil breaks in class, then I ask my teacher to sharpen it. Okay, that's an easy problem. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's see. A bug crawls on my desk. A bug crawls on my desk. Think about what would you do to solve that problem if a bug crawls on your desk at school. Maybe you solve the problem by running away if you really, really don't like bugs. Maybe you solve the problem by, this one, I squish it. That's probably what Miss Makadia would do. I would squish the bug. So let's put that into a sentence. When a bug crawls on my desk, then I squish it. So this is my problem and this is my response. When I see that happen, here's what I do. Okay, let's see another problem. It starts to rain on my walk home. What would you do if it starts to rain and you are walking home from school or from the store? What do you do? Tell someone at your house, when it starts to rain on my walk home, then blank. Then what do you do? I would love to hear some of your ideas what you would do. What I would do is I would run fast so I can change my wet clothes if I don't have an umbrella or something to keep me dry. Okay? So if it starts to rain when I'm walking home, then I run fast so I can change my wet clothes. Let's do our last one. Let's make sure these two are a match. I lose my favorite toy. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Don't you hate when you lose something that you love? So here is my problem. I lost my favorite toy. What do? I search my house until I find it. That could be a solution. Sometimes we can't find things that we lose. So what could you do? What would be your response? Another response might be, if I lost my favorite toy, I find something else to play with. And then how am I feeling? I'm probably feeling pretty upset or sad or angry. Okay? So responses to the problem are not always the same. There can be more than one way that people respond to problems. Okay? So the way that Miss Makadia responds to a problem might be different than the way that you respond to a problem, or that your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad. Okay? Everyone responds to problems differently. So there's not really a right answer. Okay? Let's see. What we're going to do next is we are going to look at our story Flower Power, and we're going to try to find some of Jade's problems in the story. We're going to complete our sentence frame. Okay, so let's pull up the story, and I'm going to go through, because I remember she had many problems. So I'm going to practice identifying them, finding them in the text, and then I'm going to write her response. Okay? All right, I remember at the beginning, what was her problem? Hurry, Mom calls. We'll be late. Jade loves to be helpful when her parents set up the flower booth at the farmer's market, but today she slept in. Now she doesn't have time to brush her hair and fix it into a smooth braid. Instead, she yanks it into a lumpy, bumpy, tangly ponytail. It's a dreadful day, Jade says. What is Jade's problem here? I know that one of her problems is that she slept in. Let's go back. When Jade slept in, or slept too late. When she slept too late, what does she do? Her response for sleeping too late was that she, I already have my she over here, so I don't have to write that again. She did not have time to fix her hair. That is her response. That's how she solved her problem. She didn't have time to braid her hair. How does she feel? She feels, I could say sad, but if I'm going to use one of my more first grade words, one of my closer to second grade words, I might say she feels upset. So I'm going to write that here. Upset. Let's read our sentence together. Well, we have two sentences. Let's read them together. When Jade slept too late, she did not have time to fix her hair. She feels upset. Okay? The resolution to the problem doesn't always mean that the character is happy. Okay? Because we don't always respond to a problem in a way that makes us feel better. Okay? Let's try another part of the story because I know that Jade had more than one problem. Let's see, let's go back to our text. I'm gonna do one here. Ooh, this was a problem. Look at the illustration, what's happening? That's right, Jade spilled her milk. Okay, let's see. When she reaches for the milk to pour it into her cereal, she spills all of it. She has to clean up the milk and then eat her cereal dry. All right, let's try to identify the problem. I think again, the problem is when Jade, what was the problem that belongs in this space? When Jade spills her milk. Oops, what's happening here? Let's try that again. When Jade spills her milk, how did she respond? When Jade spills her milk, she, let me go back and look one more time. I can use the picture to help me too. She cleans it up and eats her cereal dry. Okay, let's try that. She cleans it up and eats her cereal dry. Okay. So that's how she responds. How did she feel after doing that? She says, it's a dreadful day. Okay, so we remember that the word dreadful is not a good thing. So she feels, let's use a different feelings word this time. She feels, let's try another first grade word. How about frustrated? She feels frustrated. I think I would feel the same way. How about you? Would you feel frustrated if that happened? Probably, yeah. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. This time I want to go to this part of the story. I'm going to read this page, and then I want to see if you can write a sentence identifying the problem and Jade's solution. Remember, the solution doesn't always mean that she's feeling better. Okay, let's see. The wind swooshes by, blowing Jade's flowers out of her jar. Oops! Her other flowers are fine, but someone steps on her beautiful yellow tulip. The tulip is ruined, and her parents have sold all of the other tulips. Okay, here's her ruined tulip in the picture. It's a dreadful day, Jade says to herself. My hair is a lumpy, bumpy, tangly mess, and I can't wear my favorite shirt. I had to eat dry cereal. I can't snack on strawberries, and now my special tulip is ruined. And use the picture to help. What is she doing with the tulip? Okay, she's putting it in the trash. So what I want you to do is I want you to try using this sentence frame to make two sentences. It says, when Jade blank, she blank. She feels blank. Okay, so right here in this space, you're going to write Jade's problem. What happened to Jade on this page? Right here. What is happening? Use the picture to help you. Use the paragraph Miss Makadia read to you to help as well. Okay? What is her problem? That goes in this space. And then what did she do? What was her solution? Remember, that doesn't always mean that she's happy again. And then how did she feel after her response? She feels, and this is our feelings word. Okay? This is what I want you to try at home if you have a piece of paper available. Okay? Try to write this sentence. You're going to start with these words. When Jade, so this part you copy on your paper, and then you fill in the space with the problem, and then she, and then the solution. And then tell me how she's feeling. All right? I can't wait to see your guys' awesome work. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.